Hi, this is Kendra over at Pencil and Pigment, and today I wanted to talk about the Richeson hand-rolled soft pastels. I have the 40 landscape set. It retails for about $100. It is very expensive. If you want to purchase individual sticks, they're over $5 a piece. So there's definitely a value to buying the larger sets, and they come in a wide variety. This is the one I went with because it had less yellows and reds. I kind of wanted a full spectrum, but I wanted something more earth tones where I knew I would use them. So I pair them with the General's sort of pastel chalk pencil for finer details, and I have the 36 set of those. Here they are in a spaghetti sauce jar, and that helps me with, they all come with erasers, so that helps with some of the fine tuning, because these are a bit like holding a crayon, but you can see just by touching it that it comes off in my finger, and that's what you want. The softer it is, the higher quality it is. So if it's hard and it's brittle, it's not a good chalk pastel. Also, you really want vibrant colors, and that's another way to tell that it's a high quality chalk pastel. I guess the other way would be the price. Obviously, you kind of get what you pay for. This is cheap printer paper, not the paper you should be using, but I just wanted to show you what that would look like on the worst quality paper that money has to offer. And I've used these for several projects now. I've done gift cards and little prints and things. 100% all chalk pastels need a spray fixative, or over time it falls off the page. So if you've done a beautiful piece of art and you go to hang it, gravity will work against you and they'll slowly all fall off. So make sure you have a spray fixative that is for chalk pastels specifically, and that'll help retain the longevity. So is this good for beginners? No, because of the price. I would say start with something a little bit more budget, maybe buy individuals. Like if there's one specific color you really use a lot of, which I know I'm a big fan of the greens. Try one, incorporate it with some of the other chalk pastels you use, and see how you like it. See if it's worth the price to you. It is very small. Like I said, these are the half stick. So here's one of my fun little rulers, and it measures about 1.5 inches, which for my metric folk, that's a little under 4 centimeters, and it's about 1.25 centimeters wide, or about maybe 3/4 of an inch wide. So they're not super huge in these sets, but it's a great starter kit, and a great kit if you really love using chalk pastels and incorporating them in your projects. Another good quality one are the pan pastels. If you like working from spherical pans, you kind of use makeup sponges or things like this. But again, fine tuning with these, I find that the pastel chalk pencils work the best, especially if you're working small. I would say with pastels, it's so much easier to go bigger and do more abstract sort of lines with certain things. These are such a beautiful, I really love them. I wish that they were more affordable so more people could try them out. I'm happy that they offer them in individuals. They blend really well. They blend really well together. I know sometimes some of the colors are more difficult than others. there aren't a lot of purples in this set, and purple can be a very difficult color for blending. And I'm just doing sort of a side view of a sunflower here. But yeah, I've had no trouble with them. I do find that if you press too hard, you can snap them and break them just from the amount of pressure. But you don't actually need this much chalk. I'm just trying to show you on film how rich it looks. But look at my fingers. I mean, if you love getting messy, this is 100% for you. Oh, I think it's so much fun. Anyway, so that's about it with my first impressions. I haven't found any color that has given me trouble. So they're very consistent in, even though they're made from different pigments, they're very consistent in blending quality. So from stick to stick, I haven't noticed that one just is giving me trouble with blending, or some of these are so soft though. Also, I think this is a really good color range for the set. They do have smaller sets that are in 20, some that are in 100. And I'll show you the chalk. The chalk goes right over it just fine. Works just fine with those. Erasing, let's see. You want to use a softer eraser, and this is my kneaded eraser. And there is staining with some of the pigments. I've noticed the reds the fuchsia are much harder to lift up off the page. So you kind of commit to where you're at and don't press too hard if you're unsure, because you can't quite remove everything. I haven't had any preservative problems, and because of where I live, that is 100% an issue. We have a lot of humidity here, and so I do have molding. Things mold and go bad, and I'm assuming because there's just no moisture in chalk, that is why they are fine. But as you can see, it doesn't 100% pick everything up. There is also really good chalk pastel paper. You don't want to use the cheap printer stuff. But this is just a demonstration of worst case scenario in a pinch. So this is kind of what it looks like, how it performs. I'll leave in the description box some recommendations for artist grade chalk pastels and some recommendations for more student grade if you just want to give chalk pastels a try, but this is just a steep price. I 100% understand. Yeah, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.